Hi there guys, I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech, and in this video I'll be showing you the most important tips and tricks for your Vivo Z1 Pro. By the way guys, I've already posted a dedicated video for the best features where I'll be talking about all the features offered by this phone, so definitely check that out, link will be in the description. Now with that said, first I want to start off with my favorite feature on this phone, that would be the dark mode. So to enable it, go to settings, then select display settings. Now once you're here, you have dark mode over here, just enable it and all the UI elements will be turned to black. Even some stock applications like phone dialer messaging app also turns to black. It just looks cooler, helps save you some battery and strains your eyes less at night. So this is the dark mode, this is the user interface. Now this is your recent apps, notification area, and this is your control center. This is now in complete dark mode. This is your phone dialer, and next would be the messaging application. So anyway, that's dark mode. You can either enable it forever or else you can schedule it to turn on automatically at a specific time using this option over here. Next, this one also has some new fingerprint gestures. So to enable them, go to settings, then select fingerprint, face, password, and enable these two toggles. Now the first toggle is to take pictures using the fingerprint scanner. So once you enable it, open the camera application. Now you can simply touch the fingerprint scanner to take a picture. There you go. And it's especially useful for taking selfies, just like that. Now the next gesture is to pull down the notification bar using the fingerprint scanner. So just enable it, and once you're done, you can swipe down on the fingerprint scanner like this to pull down the notification bar. You can swipe it up again to send it back. So that's the fingerprint gesture. I will definitely recommend you to use that. Now going on next, this one also comes with an extra button on the left. This is it, and you can configure it from settings. Right now this button has very little functionality. These are just the options. You can do a single click, double click, or a long press. So far I'm just using it for Google Assistant. So instead of long pressing the home button to trigger Google Assistant, with this button I can just do a single click and it triggers Google Assistant. So right now that's all we can do with this dedicated button. Now going on next, I'll show you some unique features that are available only on this phone. So for that we need to go to settings, then select GameCube. Now with PUBG we got a lot of new features on this phone. First we have 4D game vibration. So once you enable this feature, every time you shoot or you get shot in PUBG, your phone vibrates. Haptic feedback isn't that great, but it's a cool feature. Next we have game countdown. Once you enable this feature, it'll just show you in how much time the game will start. So here's a quick preview. I'm going to open PUBG now. So this is PUBG, and fast forwarding it a bit. Now once you start a game, you will see this timer over here. So now if you go to the home screen, you can see a floating timer and you can clearly know when will the game start. So that's pretty cool. And when the counter goes to 0, you also get this option to open the game with just a click of a button. So that's the game. Now the game has started. Now this phone also has another new feature called voice changer. So if you want to change your voice in the game, you can do it from this settings. So just swipe from the left side and you have voice changer. Now these are all the different profiles you have. Right now I've selected the default one. You also have artificial intelligence, commander, war correspondent, cowboy, and child. So let me just do that and record a preview. Hello, hello, what's up, hello, hello.
Hello, hello, what's up, hello, hello. Hello, hello, what's up, hello.
I know the voice is pretty low, but that's how it sounds. So that's voice changer. Now I'll show you how you can use split screen mode on your phone. So normally on regular Android phones with stock Android, you can simply press and hold the recent apps button to trigger Google Assistant. But on this phone, we have a cool gesture. You just open any application and swipe down using 3 fingers to open that application in a split screen mode. Now you can select the secondary application from here, or else you can go to the home screen and then select the secondary application from here. On previous Vivo phones, we were not able to use split screen mode for all the applications, but now we can do it. By the way guys, as you have seen, Facebook is right now in dark mode. That's because we are using dark mode on the phone. Anyway, now once you open 2 applications in split screen mode, you can resize them in this way. You can also click the button over here to get extra options. You can swap the top and bottom applications, or else you can click the last option to get the list once again. And if you don't want split screen mode, you can press back and now the app goes full screen. So that's split screen mode, and for some reason if you're not able to use that 3-finger swipe gesture, this is what you need to do. Go to settings, then go to this button, then select smart split and make sure this particular toggle is enabled. So once you do that, you can swipe down using 3 fingers to open split screen mode. Now I'll show you the new control center. You can swipe from the bottom to see it. So this is the entire control center. You can shrink it by clicking this button over here, and you can maximize it once again by doing that. Now over here we have some quick shortcuts. We can also edit these shortcuts, add or remove them just by clicking this button and select the ones that you want. Now going back to the control center. Now over here these are the applications that are currently running. You can swipe any of these applications down to lock them, and you can swipe it once again and unlock them, and you can swipe it up to kill that application. Now these are your notification toggles, and if you want to edit this list or add or remove any of these toggles, you can click this button over here at the end and rearrange it from here. Now over here we have the brightness slider followed by volume slider, and over here we have a shortcut for settings, and then over here we have the shortcut for auto brightness. So this is the new control center that we got with the FunTouch OS 9.0. Next I'll show you how to make apps go full screen. Now on this phone by default all the applications will go full screen, but for some reason if any app is not going full screen, then this is what you can do. Go to settings, then select display and brightness, then select third party app display ratio. Now select the application that's not going full screen. For now I'll just select YouTube and then select full screen. Once you do that, that application will go full screen. Next I'll show you navigation gestures. So if you are bored with this navigation bar, we also have navigation gestures. To enable that, go to settings, select system navigation, select navigation gesture. Now once you do that, you can swipe from the right side to go back, swipe from the center to go home, swipe and hold from the center for recent apps, and then you can swipe from the left side for control center. So these are the new gestures or old ones, whatever you want to call them. And if you want to trigger Google Assistant, you also have this button, so just click it to trigger Google Assistant. There we go. Now if you don't like the buttons order or the gesture order, you can also change it from here, and if you want to go back to the navigation bar, you can select it from here. Next I'll show you some important camera related features. So this is the camera interface, this is for the front camera, and this is the interface for the rear camera. This phone also has a wide angle camera on the rear. So if you want to take pictures using wide angle camera, you have the toggle over here. Just click that, and now we are using the wide angle camera. Next, this phone has two features for taking portrait shots. First, we have 3D lighting effects. So if you enable this particular toggle, we have all these different lighting effects, just like the iOS. And next, if you want to take regular portrait shots without this lighting effect, you can use the toggle over here. Now this feature over here is also called as short refocus, where we can select the focus point and even change the amount of background blur effect we want before taking a picture. And even after taking a picture, we can go to the gallery application and change the amount of background blur effect we want. So right now the car is in focus and the bottle is not, and you can see the blur effect. So now I can change the background blur just by doing that. And now if I select the bottle, now the car is out of focus and the bottle is in focus. So let me just do that and that. So that was short refocus. Next I'm going to show you some quick shortcuts to take pictures. So for that, first we have touch to capture. So just enable it from settings. Now to take a picture, you can simply touch the screen and your phone will take a picture. Now this is once again especially useful for taking selfies. So this is the front camera, I can touch it to take a picture. Next we have voice capture. So let me just try that. I can say cheese, capture, capture, cheese, shoot, shoot. So we can either say cheese or shoot to take a picture. Next we have palm gesture. So let me just enable that. Now once you enable the palm gesture, I can just show my palm to take a picture in 3 seconds. So once again, it's pretty handful for taking selfies. Next, this phone also comes with a pretty cool feature called Fun Video. So this is it. Now over here we have different fun aspects, like first we have fire. This is a quick preview. So we can do something like this. Let me just... So that's one filter. Next we have something called love, and it just makes things super blurred and with that animation. Now let's go back. So these are all the filters that we have, and we can use it with both the front and rear cameras. So that's pretty cool. Now if we go to video recording, we can actually record video in slow motion on this phone. So for that, just click this button over here, and now we can select slow motion to record video in slow motion. Now this phone can record video in slow motion only at 720p at 240 fps. Next, this phone also has time lapse, and if you're recording in time lapse, we get a lot of options. Like we have 15x, 30x, 60x, and all these different options for different scenarios. So definitely give this a try. Now finally, we can also record video using the wide angle camera. Right now we are using the primary camera, so if you want to switch to wide angle camera, just click this toggle, and now we are in the wide angle mode. So here's a preview, primary camera, wide angle camera. So you get a lot of details using the wide angle camera. Now I'll show you how you can record calls automatically on your phone. For that, go to settings, then scroll to the bottom, then select system app settings, select phone, and then select record calls. Now select record settings and enable this toggle. Once you do that, all the calls will be recorded automatically on your phone. Now this feature is available in India but might not be available in other countries. If it's not there, try using a third-party application. Next, I'm going to show you how you can change your default launcher, default browser, and so on your phone. For that, go to settings, then scroll to the bottom or select more settings. Now select permission management, then select default app settings. Now from here you can change your default keyboard. I just changed it to Gboard. You can also change your home screen, that's your default launcher. I'm going to change it to Nova Launcher. And now when I press the home button, this is the Nova Launcher, this is the app drawer. So if you want to change your launcher, you can do it from here. In the same way, you can change your default browser, default gallery application, default music player, default video player, and so on. Next, I'm going to show you how to take a screenshot. So on this phone or any Android phone, if you want to take a screenshot, press the volume down and power button both at the same time. Once you do that, your phone will take a screenshot. Now, if that's a bit hard for you, we also have a cool gesture where we can swipe up using 3 fingers to take a screenshot. And here's another quick preview. So there we go. Now for some reason, if that gesture is not working for you, this is what you need to do. Go to settings, then select S capture. Now make sure this particular toggle is enabled. If it is enabled, you can swipe up using 3 fingers to take a screenshot. Next, if you want to take a longer screenshot, this is what you need to do. First, take a normal screenshot. You can either use the buttons like that or use the gesture like this. Now once you're done, click long screenshot over here. Now click next. Then the page will scroll a bit and you can do it again and again. And once you're done, click save to get a longer screenshot. Here's the quick preview. So this is a long screenshot. Next, this phone also has a nice feature called Smart Click. So to enable that, go to settings, then select Smart Click at the bottom and enable it and select turn on and turn off flash. Now once you do that, when your phone is locked, you can press and hold the volume down button to turn on the flash. You can do it again to turn it off, just like that. So if you're someone who wants a quick shortcut to turn on or turn off the flash, you can give this feature a try. We can also do other stuff, but I usually go with flash. Now going on next, this phone also has some pretty cool gestures. So for that, go to Smart Motion, then select Smart Turn On, Turn Off Screen and enable these toggles. Now, first we have raise to wake. So once you enable this feature, you can just raise your phone to wake it up. If you're using face unlock, you just need to raise your phone. Your display lights up, sees your face and unlocks the phone. So it's a pretty cool feature. Next, we have double click to light. So once you enable this feature, when your display is turned off, you can double tap the screen to wake it up. There you go. Once again, if you're using face unlock feature, you can double tap the screen to wake it up and it will see your face and unlock the phone. Next, we have double tap to turn off the screen. Now once you enable this feature, you can double tap on the lock screen to turn it off, or else you can even double tap on the home screen in an empty area to turn it off. Now this feature only works on the default launcher. If you change your launcher to something like Nova Launcher, it's not gonna work. Now finally, I'm gonna show you how to display the battery percentage and the network speed on the status bar. For that, go to settings, then select status bar and notification. To check the network speed on the status bar, make sure you enable this particular toggle. And to see the battery percentage, select battery percentage and select outside the battery icon. And now you can clearly see the battery percentage beside the battery icon. So guys, these are the most important tips and tricks for your Vivo phone. If I missed out on anything important, do let us know by commenting below this video. And if you're planning to buy this phone, use the link in the description. It always helps the channel. And if you want us to make any specific video, tweet out to us with the hashtag AskGreedyTech on Twitter and we will try to make it as soon as possible. I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech signing off. Have a nice day.